What's happening? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. That's cool. Look, Black King Kong with the underside white. What's happening, Dan C? What's going on, Brian P? Chevy Fish. Pumpkin King. Uh-oh. What's going on?
Hello. Hello, random people.
Johnny.
Hello, random people.
My friend and my other friend.
This is my sister over
Please
here.
stop.
Bye.
Please go.
Bye.
See ya.
Ow.
Chevy Fish says, hi, Luke. Danny, what's going on?
Danny, hello.
Luke's got his little friends over.
Yeah.
Spider-Man rules, Danny says. S, what's going on? Learjet says, hi, Luke and friends.
Hi.
It's a little Johnny Woo. That's a little troublemaker Johnny Woo.
My name's Johnny.
Johnny Woo.
Not Johnny Woo. My name's
Johnny Woo.
I'm not Johnny Woo.
That's his martial arts name, Johnny Woo.
Alexis.
Oh yeah. And his sister Alexis.
Look at Alexis the message.
So, how is everyone doing tonight? Tonight is a very important night. Very, 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 very important night.
Yes, a very important night.
My name is not Johnny Woo, everyone.
Johnny Woo.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. Please go.
I'm Dad's bodyguard.
Why is it important? Why is it important? What you doing tonight? That's important.
Yo, what you doing?
Yeah.
Good. Connection is unstable if you're on Wi-Fi. I don't understand. There it goes. There it goes. Chevy Fish. Hey, Danny. Danny says, kid. Chevy Fish says, hi, not Johnny Woo.
I'm not Johnny Woo. How much time do I need to say your
That's why, hey, Johnny, that's why she said that. She said, hi, not Johnny Woo, because you said, I'm not Johnny Woo.
Hello.
So anyways, thank you so far, everyone that's here to see what we could do about, see who gets to choose the next vehicle on our shirts tonight. I've been wearing this all day, sweating in it, raining outside. People's basements are flooding. And this guy's over here. So yes, tonight is all about it's all about donating for Learjet as the designer of our t-shirts. Learjet is going to design the very next t-shirt. Whomever wins tonight, they get to choose the next vehicle that goes on our t-shirt, but it must be made in Detroit. The car cannot be made anywhere else. Mr. Dan,
What's up?
what's going on, dude? What's happening?
Not much, man.
Yeah? You chilling like a villain?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're picking the car tonight, huh?
Yes, we're picking the car tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, so everything goes to Learjet. So whatever we can get tonight goes to her to pave the way to get new shirts.
Excellent.
Yes. It helps, it helps someone get, a couple dollars that, Leah lives out in the middle of nowhere. Literally. I mean, I don't know exactly, but it's out in the middle of nowhere. She's like forever and a day from a store. So I'm serious. So, we appreciate what she does. So we're trying to make her a little bit of money, by someone being able to choose whatever vehicle they want on our shirts. Just that it's got to come out of Detroit. It's got to be made here. So
Cool.
Yep. So
Sounds fun.
hopefully we can do something with that.
I heard Detroit once had the greatest economy in the world at one point.
In 1923,
Something like that. Yeah.
it was a long time ago. I just saw the commercial for the brand new electric F-150.
The yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out. Let's say it's coming out next month. I don't know. It's coming out real soon, and they said it goes 300 miles to a full tank of electricity.
Huh.
And when we Google how much it costs it says it takes 24 hours, or it says it charges all night long. It didn't say really hour-wise. So let's say 12 hours. How much does it cost to charge a car? And it says to charge a Tesla, it costs $22 to fill it up for a 2.5 hour or 250 mile ability to travel that far. It costs $22
Okay.
to charge it. So if you think at gas prices right now, like right at the corner by me, it's $3.09. A half hour from me over in another uppity neighborhood, it's $3.30. I saw it today. So $3.30, fill your car up, it costs more than $22. So is it? But they said that electric F-150 is going to cost more than a brand new gas F-150.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but who wants an electric car over a gas car, and it costs more? And you can only go 300 miles. You can't even travel far.
But I mean, that's about the average that most vehicles get on a tank of gas.
Right,
like
but I don't
300
have
miles.
to sit, I don't have to get a red.
But you
room.
don't have to wait all night afterwards.
Yeah. I don't have to take in a movie and a nap just to be able to travel more.
But I mean, well, that's if you're traveling. I guess you could always hook up your own charging station at your house.
Yeah,
And
we
then
looked that
you can-
up too.
How much would that cost?
It says you can go as cheap as $300, but it's between $1,200 and $4,500 to get an electric station put at your home.
Yeah. And then you're just pretty much paying whatever would be added onto your electric bill.
Right. So yeah,
So,
and plus, where I've been doing these side jobs at the parking lot where I park, they have electric parking spots. You can roll up and plug in.
interesting.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I like gas.
I like gas. I'll never get rid. I'm sorry, but I'll never get rid of. I want to smell exhaust. I don't want to, and then they pop the hood, and there's no hood. It's a trunk. So where the engine is, it's a trunk, like in a regular.
Oh yeah,
car.
because the whole thing is in the center of the car, pretty much.
Yeah, it's all within the drivetrain area. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, so you get two trunks. It's weird.
Yeah, they called it a frunk.
Or frunk.
Yeah, or something like that. It was really crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. Yeah, see, that says front. Ryan does side jobs in parking lots. Shut up. Type side jobs you doing, Brian? Popping hoods and trucks. Shower doors. I could never leave a perfectly great V8. No. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
No.
I mean, hey, I drove by. First thing, it was probably, it was blasphemy. I was driving home from the pet store. I took my buddy's fish store. I took a Waru, 2 Monte Carlos, and a Jack Dempsey out of my big tank today to his store. And on the way back, I was driving next to a Tesla that was pretty beat up. I couldn't
beat up Tesla? No.
The first Tesla I've ever seen, the passenger side, the rear bumper, they hit something, and then the front. When I got up next to it, I was looking at the light. I was looking at the passenger front tire and the front bumper, the plastic that comes around, all the little rivet, the plastic, they were all popped out, and it was all jacked up. So,
oh man,
and I don't want to tell you the gender that was driving the car.
Did they get rear-ended? Like, did it look like they got rear-ended, or was it in the back or was it in the front?
It was passenger side of the rear bumper, but it was like the corner, right where it.
So they backed into a pole.
Something, maybe drove into something, like maybe trying to parallel park.
I straight up almost backed into a pole once.
Yeah.
Like I was in the middle of a parking lot and just, like I like left like a Subway or something angry because like they closed or something like that. I don't know. Like I just pulled into my car, just backed up real quick. And then like right when I was like put my car into drive to go forward, like I looked in the rear view and I was like this close to a pole that was just like right in the middle of the parking lot holding up a street lamp or something like that. I had no idea it was there. I almost backed right into it.
Yeah, I did that when I was up north. We were going canoeing. And I was looking in my mirrors, but I just didn't look in the mirror behind me. My rear view mirror. I was looking into my left and right mirrors going, okay, nothing, no kids, everything's clear, keep backing up. No, bam! I was driving a Lincoln LS and I backed up right into a tree. I didn't look in the mirror. I looked on both sides. I was like, oh, my God. Yeah, put a little dent in that bumper. Thank God it was plastic, but
yeah. But
yep, it's I've done it before. I think I've done it a couple times into a sign. I don't know what it is. It's just when I'm backing up, I'm always afraid somebody's going to be behind me.
Yeah. And that's what's nice
really,
about having the camera now. Like I have a backup camera on my car now.
Yeah, I got my wife her new car. She drives a Ford Flex, and when you put that in reverse, it lights up. So it's pretty nice. Mr. Gromby.
Says you got echo. Let me see if I can.
You got echo. Does someone have YouTube on?
No, it might just be because how deaf I am. Sometimes the sound comes through the headphones, I think.
That it could be. It's all right. It's manes, tails, fur, and fins.
Hey, Jess, how's it going?
She's super cute. I like her morning stream. I like how it's really cool how they have the stream start in the morning and go throughout the day. Well, yeah, it's like after Rocco, everyone gets tired or something, but Jess does it, and then
Rocco it's like the morning. Well, it used to be like Father Fish, like early in the morning. Then it was Jess, and then it was Rocco. And then everybody took a little afternoon nap and went to work or had their little tea or whatever. And then came back into the evening with the, the primetime streams. Or maybe there was, a stream at like 6 or something for like a little pre-stream before the prime time
Before the
streams.
drinking and stuff starts, and then we get those going.
Or yeah, Terry just streams all day while everybody's at work. Yeah.
Hey, he's like 33 hours. Hey guys, you know, he's on 9 pots of coffee. Holy
Yep.
crap, Streetwise. How are you? Wow. Hey, got a quick question. Last night I was watching did you catch Fatherfish? Yes, you did catch Fatherfish.
Yeah, man, I was so happy you did a late night
I
stream.
know.
That was
Could you
awesome.
dig it? I mean, but here's the thing. He threw out, and I don't know if I'm not following or if I misunderstood. Did Fatherfish sell his business?
Yes, that happened.
Ooh.
Gosh, that happened a while ago now. Like,
Oh, did it?
4 or 5 months ago, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, he it was just going under. He was basically just supporting his hobby. He wasn't really, unfortunately, like selling
Really?
enough
In this
fish to
time
really
when
keep it
everyone's
going.
doing so
Yeah.
good, he was just
Even with everything going, and also it's just he's getting a little old too. It's
well,
just
for
a
sure.
lot to
Yeah.
a lot to do. So he he liquidated everything and like sold his store, and he's putting more focus into YouTube now.
Yeah. No, it's I'm kind of, I'm so into watching this stuff. I just never knew, because all of his videos start, hey, welcome to Father.
Well, yeah,
Fish."
they still start with the little
right.
entrance
So I
into the
didn't know
store.
that he sold
Come
it
on
yet.
in. Let's-
Right. Have
Yeah.
a cigar and a ice.
Whatever he says, yeah.
Yeah. So when I watched it last night, I was like, oh, look, that's Manifesto, Degenerate Fish Keeper.
Oh,
He
he
comes on
changed his
here.
name to
Degenerate-
Mr. Manif.
Yeah, Mr.
Degenerate
Manifesto.
Fish Keeper.
Yes, he changed his name. So when he goes on Terry's show, it says Manifesto /
Degenerate, yeah.
Degenerate. Yeah.
I didn't know he actually changed his YouTube name though.
Yeah, he says he's trying to let go of his crazy childish side that always wants to fight back.
Mm.
His aggressive side.
Yeah. I actually thought Manifesto was like his actual last name.
And his picture of being a magician was just him.
Well,
How he
there's
goes.
some weird alias picture thing or whatever, but I thought I was like Manifesto. What if like his name is really Jason Manifesto? Like that'd
Right.
be great. Like
Right. It's
I'm
like
the
David
Count of
Copperfield.
Monte Cristo.
But there's no gold in the bottom of the lake, though.
Oh, it's a new channel, so he still has the Mr. Manifesto channel.
Yeah, I just thought he changed his name. He said something about he was trying to do something. I don't know. He explained it to me yesterday, I think it was, day before.
There's the light side and the dark side.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Terry's Tropical Tanks. What?
Oh, he
Terry?
ain't
Where's
that
Degenerate?
cool. That's how Terry says that.
What?
Oh, he ain't that cool.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he is. New channel. Yep, the dark side.
I think a large shirt would fit. No, a large shirt would fit me inside it with my legs and everything. This is a small, and it's like loose. I'm quite tiny in the torso.
How did you go in the military and you only wear a size small?
Funny story.
Did you
when I
go in a
joined the-
duffel bag or in the camel
I
pack?
fit in the rucksack, yeah. No.
Oh, good. Yep.
No, I mean I'm 5'9", like I'm not short. I'm just very tiny.
You're not short at 5'9"?
Well, okay. I guess for you 6'3" people or whatever, and 6'5",
if I was
however tall you
6'3", I
are.
would still be short too. Yeah, I'm a little taller than that.
All right, you descendant of Leif Erikson.
Hey, don't you see my head almost hits the joist when I stand up in my basement?
How tall are you? 6'9"?
6'8".
6'8". Okay.
Yeah, but now that I'm 48, I'm like 6'7.5", because all the
Right.
joints are breaking down.
Like I like to say I'm 5'10". The Army measured me at like 5'9 1/4" or something
Right.
like
I
that.
could dig it. So you round up. You're one of those
Yeah.
kids in school that always rounded up.
Yeah.
You know, you could round down and still have the right answer. It didn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
But you had to have it had to be more than 5. Remember,
Right.
if it was
Exactly.
under 5, you round down. But you cheated because you were only at a quarter.
Well, see, I don't get like whenever I go to the doctor, like my like civilian doctor, they'd measure me at like 5'9 3/4", but the Army would do it like 5'9 1/4". So it's like I don't get why the Army would always measure me shorter.
I don't know. Maybe it was the
They
job
just
that-
sit there and do it so fast that it's like, did you really even look? Or did you like 5'9 1/4"? Like,
right. And I'm not Korean.
but what I was gonna say though is when I joined the military, that's actually when I found out that I was allergic to feather pillows. When I was in basic training,
Oh, nice.
I got like super sick the whole time and could never really figure out what it was, and I was just getting progressively worse the 3 months I was there. And then like as soon as I went home, I was totally fine.
yeah.
And
You're
my
like,
mom's
"What?"
like, "Did you happen to have like feather pillows or something?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Maybe you're allergic to feather pillows." And then it's just like it all just clicked in my head about how I'd feel worse when I'd lay down and stuff like that. And
Right.
so like I would try and eat as much as I could, but you know, after sleeping on the feather pillow, like I just felt super sick in the morning, and I'd have to do all the working out and stuff, and then I could barely eat breakfast and all that. I was like slowly losing weight, and I think I graduated at 117 pounds. That was
Wow.
teeny tiny.
That's pretty
I looked like I just was like I looked like I was in Auschwitz, not Fort Leonard Wood. I was bald too, so I had somebody in my high school ask if I had cancer. I was like, nope, I just had basic training.
Yeah, one of them guys going to protect you. I'm just trying to. I think it was. I'm just sending Leah some money. Oh, I'll figure it out. I'll tell her who it's from here in a second. We got it all printed up. Bad metaphors. Yeah. So, wow, that's crazy. So this would be. So yeah, this is. Yes. The weight loss. I remember I was building the
Basic
expressway down the street from my house. And I was probably about 275, and it was so hot that summer, and I was working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and I got down to like 238, and I was so skinny, people thought I was sick, like cancer sick, and they're
Wow.
like, "Are you okay?" Because my face was so sunk in, you know. And the funny thing is when you go to the doctors, they always have that sheet on the wall that says your body. What is that? Your what you're supposed to weigh at your height. You know. Your
Oh yeah, like your BMI and all that.
BMI. Yeah. And I'm like 240 pounds. There's no way I'd look like I'm stringing crack off the dark web or something, you know. And
Right.
they literally thought I had cancer. I was like, no. I mean, I just went to the doctor the other day to get my checkup, and I'm 307. And I'm like, Jesus, all the sweating I'm doing at work and everything, getting back in it, I'm still 307. It's
Well, see, the thing that made me really mad about the way that the Army did stuff, as far as with BMI and all that goes, is they pretty much like measure your neck and then like take your body weight, and then that would like calculate your BMI basically, to where like there was guys that were incredibly overweight, but because they had like a super thick neck, they were able to like pass their BMI. Whereas like one time I actually failed it because I was just like slightly overweight, like by like 3 pounds, mind you. But then like I had a really thin neck. I've always had a thin neck.
Right.
So I failed my BMI, but you know, this guy that looked like a hippopotamus, you know, passed his. It didn't make any sense to me at all.
Tropic, there's like one. If it's a normal hat, I got to put it to the last button.
How many
Wants to know
buttons
how
on the
big my
back?
head is.
I put mine. I have like
It
3 little
overlaps
prongs.
like this, right?
Mine's like crossed with like 3 little dots holding in.
Right.
To where I think my hat size is like 7 1/8.
Yeah, mine's like I don't even know what it is. It's up there though. It's like even getting hard hats and stuff. I buy a full brim hard hat, and usually just the bosses on jobs wear full brim hard hats. And they always tell me, well, you can't wear that. And I'm like, why? And they said, because it's a full brim. Because everybody comes up to me acting like I'm the boss or something. I'm like, look, I'm not wearing a stupid hard hat. My head's way too big, and it hurts. So I wear my own hard hat. And that's actually the hard hat that I got hit in the head with that broke my neck in 3 spots. I was wearing my own, and I'm glad I did because it took a lot of the brunt of the hit, you know. So
Wow.
yeah, well, it fractured it in 3 spots, but you couldn't tell me it was fractured compared to broken. So,
Right.
but that's what I'm just healing up from now. So,
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I guess it's better to have a, you know, a crooked neck or whatever than it is to have a smashed skull. So,
oh yeah, it was really weird because, and all my life, everything I've done in my whole life, I've never been hit in the face, never been hit in the head. I'm lucky. I'm just lucky, you know. So I've never, you know, got hit in the head. So when the load of lumber hit me that the crane operator was operating, he couldn't see me, but he was a brand new operator. So he took the load of lumber into an area he couldn't see. He couldn't see behind this big, huge toolbox, and he kept carrying it over there. And that's when it hit me. When it hit me, I thought someone had punched me in the side of the head. I was like, and then when I realized I'm like laying on top of this toolbox, you know, I was like, what the heck? And I got up, turned, and looked, and there's a big, huge load of lumber sitting right there next to my head. And then the whole world started to spin, and, you know,
dang.
started going south really fast right then and there, you know, but
Yeah.
it was crazy. It was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, so I thought for sure I wouldn't be coming back to work or doing anything ever again. I thought I'd be done. You know,
Yeah.
but
That
yeah.
sounds like one of those, you know, workman's comp forever on disability type.
Well, that's they were
injuries.
talking about getting me. They said, "Well, how old are you?" And well, at the time, I was I just turned 47. It was 2 days after I turned 47. So they said, "Oh, well, right now," they said, "if you were older, we could probably get you SSD disability." And I said,
Yeah.
"Why?" And they said, "Well, if you're 50 or up and you get hurt, the state says that, you know, they believe you can't be trained for, like, let's say another job for the rest of your life because your age. So we can get you the disability." And I was like, well, what's that? $1,200 a month? What's that going to pay for?
Yeah.
Nothing. I said, I need to get healed and get back to work. So yeah, it's been this September will be 2 years, but it's been a long journey, long, painful journey, but we're back in the swing of things. So we are pretty good. We are pretty good. Very, very happy that I could start doing stuff for my family again, you know, because before it was a scary thought, you know. But I mean, I had friends that were sending me, having me do side jobs, electrical work and stuff, and I could like work for 10 minutes, then I'd have to leave because my head would hurt so bad, my neck, everything hurt so bad, and they'd still pay me a full day's pay. So it was because of those guys that I never got on workman's comp. So through all this bull crap that's going on, I never took workman's comp. I don't take any government money. I didn't do anything. I just did what I could and got in where I could get in. And, now I'm back to doing pretty good. So I don't know. Because, I've been out of work so long. Going and saying, I want some unemployment. They're going to go, well, all right, well, when's the last time you worked? 3 years ago. So.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know my mom was talking about like getting like a little like part-time job or something like that just to like help pass time or whatever, I guess. And I asked her, I was like, Mom, like when's the last like actual work history you've had, because it's kind of one of those things like, what, to work in fast food or whatever? Like, you'd be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants experience or anything like that because, it's you versus the 27 kids and teenagers and stuff that are coming in and all that.
But I don't know how it is over by you, but over here it's how everybody's saying, we can't get anybody to work because everyone loves sitting at home collecting all this free money.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be true because
there's a little bit of that.
Every 20 feet, well, no, I was just going to say every 20 feet, there's a help wanted sign in front of every single building that you see, and it's like, wow, is this really true? 600.
Well, then also, like, even at the pet store I work at, like, we're trying to hire a couple more people, but on the other hand, like, we've had some interviews that have just been not good interviews.
Right. Right.
So we're still being a little picky, We want to find a good candidate. We're not just like hiring anybody that walks in from the street.
Oh yeah. My buddy's store, he's so slammed. I'll go up there to do something and I can't even talk to him. Excuse me, because it's customer after customer after hold on. What? Johnny, stop, please. Thank you. But it's his bell just goes off and they just roll in, and it's kind of like, just picture a line of 100 people outside, and there's a bouncer at the door that says you have to wait 30 seconds before you can go in, and then the next person comes in, then the next person comes in, and it's him, the owner. The owner has a partner, but his partner has his own life. He bought into the business, and then there's a guy that's been there since day one, and they run the show, which they're really great guys, but it's like, I don't know how they do it because all day they are literally, you go in there, you can see the perspiration that's just on their skin from running all day. And he's got stacks of pallets outside that he can't even get into the store until he closes at 9, and then he has to stay till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning because he has to put away stock, and it's that way all day, every day, But I tell him, I'm like, gee, you need to hire somebody, and he just kind of goes, like they're like, we ain't giving this money away to nobody, and it's like, hey, I can totally understand it, but they've owned it for 25 years, and it's about time that the hobby actually comes back, and stores can actually make the buck that they were making way back in the late 70s and stuff and early 80s, when fish tanks were a big deal, so
yeah.
Oh, look who's in here, Mr.
Still saying you're echoing.
What's up?
They're still saying you're echoing and stuff.
I'm echoing or you're echoing?
You.
Because when I talk, I can hear it echo, but I don't know why that would be. I have no clues. I don't have headphones. Could I have two mics on? I don't think so. Uh,
'Cause I don't hear an echo, so it must be me. So just hold on a second here and let me try coming back.
yeah, you got it, buddy. Yeah, I only have one mic that lights up over here, so I don't hear an echo now. Nick the Dickster, what is going on? How are you? I am not echoing. See? Ray Aquatics, welcome. Aaron's Garden and Ganja. Ooh, I like that one. That's cool. Where is still waiting on a response from the military? Oh wow, really? You have to wait for a response to give your life to them to protect people? Wow. Oh, it must be on your testing and stuff. Well, that's cool. Where is Leah Jet? Is Leah Jet still here? Leah Jet, this is all for you. You better be here. I sent Leah the money. Oh, there's Danny. Look, he wants to come on. There's Danny. Yeah, Chevy Fish said there wasn't any echo.
Oh. Well, maybe it's just Fish Tropic. He keeps messing with it because he keeps coming in. Brian, you're echoing. Or whatever. But do you hear yourself echoing now?
No.
Okay.
But it was only like when I talk, I could faintly hear it. And like you said, like it's coming through your earphones to your mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those big, huge ganja headphones.
Well, they're 360 degree like surround sound
Right,
headphones. They're gaming headphones.
I'm just
stuff.
jealous. I'm just
But
jealous.
yeah, I'm also deaf. You know, way too many machine guns. Not the right hearing protection.
Hey, I'm just jealous. That's all, brother. That's all. I don't have any, so
They weren't that expensive.
yeah.
I got them. I want to say like 8 years ago or something like that, and they were only like maybe $100.
What are they gaming?
Yeah, I bought them at GameStop.
Oh, okay.
They were just like your middle line
Are they like
surround
Turtle
sound
Beach or
headphones.
something?
Wait, what?
Are they like Turtle Beach or something? I
They're not Turtle
probably
Beach.
better
I think
than
it's AMD or Astro Gaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's my other sons had the Turtle Beach ones with the microphone. Then we got Luke upset, and I don't know. I think he just ripped the mic out. And
See, these are like half the price of Turtle Beach, but I think they're better quality.
oh, okay. What's Leah say? My husband says what I should do the Plymouth Barracuda. Well, then your husband can get on here and pay money towards choosing which card's going on the shirt. I tell you, yeah, there you go. I told him to donate. Well, I already sent
Thanks,
you.
Aaron.
I already sent you $15, Leah. S wanted to donate and send you some cash, so I already sent it to you. Check your PayPal. But Melvin Reeve. But yeah, I just wasn't sure how to do this. I wasn't sure how to do like the
The decision making.
Well, yeah, S is, I mean, he donated some money to her, but it's who, how to go about, who donates the amount of money. Whoever donates, then they can choose the car.
We'll see. If you would have, well, you're not monetized, are you?
Oh no,
Okay,
I had 1,000.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Wait, never mind then. I say if you were monetized, it's super easy. Just have the super chats, and whoever is, putting the total dollar amount down for whichever car ends up with the most money
the
towards
thing
it.
is all they have to do is come on here. Like my YouTube is acting dumb. Like if somebody wants to come on here and say, well, I'll give $40 to choose the car on the shirt, and then somebody else says, well, I'll spend $50, and then however high it goes, it all goes to Leah. but that's the thing is however it goes.
Oh, okay. So it's not just like everybody's just kind of donating while the stream's
Yeah,
going
no,
on.
it's not a donation. This is
You're doing an auction.
It's an auction. Whoever's donates the most, they get to choose the car, and it'd be like half price for the shirts once Leah designs it, we get it made. They can get
Nice.
the shirt. What do you got?
Awesome.
A cockatiel?
No, a parakeet.
Oh, parakeet. Parakeet.
Yep.
A little parakeet. Yeah, I had a cockatiel when I was a kid.
You know, I would if I would have fully decided on what bird I would have gotten, I probably would have gotten like a cockatiel or even a larger bird, maybe like a raven or something. But I ended up with a rescue parakeet from the store.
Parakeets are cool.
They are cool. I always told myself I never wanted one of those little loud annoying birds, but after having her for several months now, she's really awesome. She's not like excessively loud or anything like that, and when she is making noise and stuff, I actually kind of enjoy it. So
Oh, for sure. It's just her like singing, and
yeah, and I'm teaching her how to mimic R2D2 and some other things too. So
say swear words and stuff.
well, she hasn't even like said any words yet. She has kind of made a little bit of those like type sounds, but I'm trying to get her to like say hi and hello and stuff. But she's getting some of the whistling stuff down.
Right. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, my bird, they used to cut the wings so it couldn't, the pet store clipped the wings so it wouldn't fly, because I had it in a real big cage. And after a while, I was just like, well, that's pretty mean. So, because it would go to fly and it would like hit the window or something. So we just decided never to cut its wings again. So it'd fly from the cage to the top of the curtains, hang out, fly back. And never had a problem.
And I've let her out a little bit to kind of flutter around and stuff. But yeah, whenever she molts here in the next couple more months and gets her flight feathers back, like I'm not cutting her feathers.
Yeah.
That just seems wrong. And I mean, I understand why they do it at pet stores at least, because say the bird does get out of the cage, it's easier to catch them. They're not like flying up to the rafters and be like, well, we're never getting that bird down.
Right. That's a cockatoo from Iron Man 2. That was what's his face's cockatoo. Remember in Iron Man 2, Danny?
Yeah, that's a cockatoo.
Yeah.
Not a, yeah.
Yeah.
The white bird with the
Yeah. I'm just
those guys are awesome. They like dance and stuff. They're great.
Oh yeah. Well, what's that one show that was it Tanked? You ever see Tanked?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Vegas. He takes in all those parrots and stuff and then like finds homes for them and stuff like that. Takes in the big macaws and stuff.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, you can go on any of them. Google it and it'll show you. You can go in there and buy one of their parrots, but it's like, let's say if someone passes away and they have a parrot and then there's no one to take care of it, they'll like take it and then find a home for it and stuff. They got them right there in their warehouse. He's got a big, huge parrot area.
Yeah, because I'd love to have like a macaw or some type of parrot. I think they're really cool. Somebody came into the store like a week or two ago, and they had an 8-year-old blue macaw named Cosmo, and came in on the dude's shoulder, and I ended up like getting the macaw over onto my shoulder, and it was really cool. But on the same hand, like this bird's beak was like the size of my hand too, and it's like right here.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I know my eyeball might be kind of tasty. Just please stay away from it.
I know it looks like a little bird's egg, but leave it alone. Yeah, it's funny. Gosh, who was that? Do you ever watch what's that? YouTube guy catches Catch 'em All. You ever watch Catch 'em All on YouTube?
I think I might have
He was in
seen like
Florida,
one
and then
episode or
he-
something.
He just had a bird, a little parrot on his shoulder, and it crapped all over his shoulder. They're like, "Well, look, it pooped on you." He's like, "Oh yeah, okay, get it, it pooped."
Maybe that's what it was, Chevy Fish, Hyacinth macaw. It's the one that has the blue-green type feathers on top and like the yellow belly. I'm not, savvy on macaws.
They're just super cool.
I
man.
just know there's a red one, there's a blue one, and there's a green one.
And they all bite.
And they all bite and, like berries and stuff like that. And my eye looks like a fancy grape, so.
Yeah. A big old berry.
And it's
Yeah.
like birds are super smart too, so it's just like, you do something that might, make it angry, like it might just go right for your eyes on purpose.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're super smart. Yeah, they are super smart.
I think aside from mammals, birds are like the smartest creatures on Earth.
Yeah, I mean they travel super far. They go place to place to have offspring. I mean, I would have to agree it's one of them. Other than, mammals and then, land animals. I mean, like bears are super smart. So.
Right, but that's a mammal. So.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just
right. So like when you take the mammals out of the picture.
I was thinking. Yeah, I was in the ocean, like whales and dolphins and.
Right.
Like that, so.
Yep, whales and dolphins are in that, mammals too. So
yeah, I have a thing for bears. It's the Indian. I'm not Indian, but how they.
You're a berserker. I get it.
They're the protectors of the earth and stuff. So
yeah.
I believe in other people's religions and beliefs because they're beliefs that they've had forever. So I don't really care to see somebody shoot a bear. It's like,
yeah,
it's somebody's belief, but then you have other beliefs that believe when people die, they come back as bugs, like monks. So it's like, do I not kill a spider? So
yeah.
But bears are,
spiders are they're symbolic for the weavers of time.
Yeah.
And sometimes they say that a spider is an ancestor coming back to visit you, and stuff like that. Right. And here you all go, squash, get out of my house, you dang spider.
Right. And then
all it was your great grandma going, Johnny.
Yeah.
How you doing, Johnny?
I made it all the way to you through that big house and you squashed me.
Trying to tell you a secret message through the web and you're just like, ugh.
Right. I'm not a pig. You can't tell me that.
Right, Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
Great book and movie.
I've seen it many times.
Now, are you the original cartoon Charlotte's Web, or are you the newer 3D generated Charlotte's Web?
I'm not anything newer. I'm always the older style. It's I don't know. Sometimes I believe that the newer stuff it loses its feeling and emotion.
Right. Totally.
Even Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's, Frosty the Snowman, anything, the Abominable Snowman, the ones that are told way back then in the narrator's voice and stuff, it used to just suck you when you were a kid. It's like now it's all, it looks it doesn't look, even though what I'm trying to say is, even though it was a cartoon and fake, it doesn't look like this old cartoon that was fake, and the voice is different, and the guys don't look the same, and I think it just loses everything I grew up on, and that's what we bring the kids up on. So
I agree with you too.
well, are
Because
you a new Scooby-Doo or an old Scooby-Doo?
honestly, I'm not really much of an any Scooby Doo, but
no,
if
I'm
I
saying-
were to watch Scooby Doo, it'd be the old cartoon,
Right.
not that stupid movie they made,
Right,
or
It's like they're all
Any
in
of this-
college now, and
or like all the cartoons and stuff they're making now are just big old bug-eyed cutesy farts. So like I hate all the new stuff for real.
right.
But like the biggest example that I can think of is like the newest, the Lion King. I love the original cartoon Lion King, and I do also love like the new like 3D Lion King that they made, because it's like super realistic. The art is amazing. They did a good job with it, but like because they made the animals so realistic, you don't get the facial expressions like you did in the old cartoons.
Right.
So even that takes away from some of the emotion that you have in the lions. Like even James Earl Jones, being the only original and new voice actor in the movie, like even his lines didn't come across as powerful as they did in the original cartoon.
Right, yeah. Well, because I mean, look at the years apart that it is too.
Yeah.
So you had somebody, however many 30 years ago that, that'd be like asking him to play the voice of Darth Vader again right now.
But see, I think he can do Darth Vader now.
Yeah, but do you think it would still sound as sound deeper and older? You know what I'm saying?
It would sound old.
Vader, but yeah. But no one, I didn't, I mean, it was really surprising to see that he was a voiceover and there's just some goofy white dude inside of Darth Vader's suit.
Well, they actually were originally going to go with the actor that played Darth Vader in the suit. They were going to go with his voice,
right?
But it just didn't work.
He wasn't menacing, yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't have what it took, So he sounded like the principal at your school. Don't do this. Sit down. Go over there. It's like,
right.
Yeah, that's not gonna do. And then I never knew that there was a little person inside a R2D2.
Yeah.
Knew.
And there was a person inside C-3PO.
Right.
And
who was it played Chewbacca? Wasn't it that basketball player, Will Chamberlain?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was all crazy stuff.
And then all the puppetry and stuff involved with that too.
And Yoda was played by a puppet.
Yep.
He was played
as a puppet. But see, like
in him?
No. Yes.
That's what what makes me, now we're talking about Star Wars and the old and the new stuff.
I seen
but like
said name your
it made me so mad when even George Lucas went in and edited his own old movies, because then all of a sudden like you have this random part of this like crappy CGI in the middle of this where it was all but like, so you have the CGI Jabba the Hutt, and then right in the scene before it you had the puppet Jabba the Hutt, and it just doesn't flow right. I hate it.
Yeah, it was the extended version, wasn't it?
But now you can't find, if you buy Star Wars now, it's that.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you can get an original copy of the Star Wars movies is if you had them before George Lucas released the extended cuts. Because now, like, any Star Wars you buy is that version.
Right. That's why you always got to go to pawn shops to buy your DVD movies.
Old VHS ones.
Well, even the original DVDs, because, it's like people that buy the stuff, a lot of people go, oh, well, you don't need DVDs. We'll see it on the but like you're saying, you can only see certain stuff on these movies. So when they take it and sell it, then or at a garage sale, you always got to fiddle through. We even go through CDs because we still listen to CD music.
Right.
You know, I'm like, yeah, I listen to CDs all day, every day. You know.
Meanwhile, somebody that's, watching this stream or watching the replay is like, holy crap, you mean I have a rare version of Star Wars?
Yeah. Zen Ginger, how are you? Hey, and now that, what is it? What is it? It's, what did they take off? Sure. Don't Cat in the Hat? Is it the Cat in the Hat or the Grinch? Yeah, the Cat in the Hat. The ones that they took off the shelves. They don't make no more because of certain words and stuff that they say in them. And now they say those books. There's like 6 of them. They're worth so much money.
I honestly didn't look in to see which ones they canceled or whatever. I just heard about Dr. Seuss getting canceled. And like, oh, another thing. There we go.
And they're canceled with Charlie Brown because the little African boy had to sit on the other side of the table. They always had him over there and everybody else sat on this side. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff. If you sell it, you should probably hold on to it. It might be worth some money. Dr. Seuss. Yeah, that's what it is. Not Cat in the Hat. Dr. Seuss.
Well, yeah, but I think Cat in the Hat might have been one of the books or whatever that got banned.
All right. Well, really quick, Danny. Pumpkin King has started the bid off at $50 to decide the new vehicle on the new shirts. That all money will go to Learjet.
Well, here.
All right, hold on.
One little thing. Well, Cat in the Hat was made by Dr. Seuss, yes. I like to think. Yes, it was.
Yes.
Always so full of a lot of information.
Yes.
He is. It's silly, but it's
space.
good.
I love space.
Yeah. He likes outer space, everything that has to do with, space. That's why I'm trying to push
but
him.
His name is Luke, right?
Yeah.
Luke, come back.
Luke.
Yeah.
Danny wants
Luke.
Yeah.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
All right. Are aliens real?
To me, yes. Well, kind of.
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
It's good to see that a child that's 9 has an interest other than just toys. To see him, he's over there playing with the WWE guys, WWF guys that we get him, and all this stuff. But to see him have such an interest in something, it really makes you feel good inside because you're like, oh, great, he's not just gonna play video games forever. Yes. But the 2 older boys did. They were almost 4.0 students. Our older ones, Michael and Tim, they were literally, if they wanted to, they were the kids that come home, don't do any homework and just come home and then go take a test and fill it in and might get one wrong. They just retain so much information. They never had to do nothing. They wrestled, they played football, they did everything. Never did any homework and had almost 4.0 grades the whole time. And so we started him the same preschool, 3 years old, 4 years old, and then 5 years old, he went to kindergarten. So he had 2 years of interaction before he even went to school. So hopefully it turns out just the same. So Luke loves
Terry, yeah, that might have been a little weird, but I didn't say it, but he kind of reminds me of a young me when I was like 9. So I, wore the Spider-Man shirts, was into space and all that stuff. So That's all, Terry.
Yeah, come on, Terry. Anybody can come up. Oh,
You didn't pin the StreamYard, so you might
I
have to
did?
repost it.
Yeah. I'll put it up again. I did it earlier, and then I did it when you jumped on. Copy. I probably could have just done it real easy. Pow. So
Whenever you post it, you can actually pin it to keep it at the top of the chat.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh no. So anyways, for anyone who's just coming in now, where this stream's big, it's being ran because we are seeing who donates the most amount of money to change the vehicle on our shirts. And whoever donates the most amount to change the vehicle, it all goes to Leah Jet, which everyone knows so much because she helps so many people out on their channels and does so much for everyone. So we're just trying to give back since everyone in the Fish Fam and everyone else seems... It just seems it's really surprising that so many people do this, and we love to do it too. So we want to that we get nothing. We pay for the shirts. Leah's just designing it, which is that's a lot because it's her artwork. So she's the one who designs it. So we could pay her. We just thought if we make the shrimp and the fish fam a part of it, then somebody might say, well, I want to choose the car. So right now it's at $50 right now. So Pumpkin King has donated $50 so far. And if anyone goes over him, then they get to choose it. So it's just, it's a battle to see who donates the most toward Leah Jet. Now, if you bring up 55, you don't have to pay it right now. Whoever has the highest at the end, that's who gets to choose the vehicle. And then we'll have you can conversate with Leah back and forth or something, like the color of vehicle, or we can all do it on a three-way on StreamYard or something. And, you can kind of design it how you would like to. I was at my buddy's pet store today, and he said, I think we're going to come on there and choose the vehicle. I said, yeah. And the guy who works there said, remember, Danny, you're not as old as I am, but the old milk trucks back in the day, kind of short and chubby, and the doors slid open, and the guy would get out they were thinking something like that, kind of sitting down and like the tires a little, kind of cartoonish. They said, man,
right, where they're like the weird wide tire.
Yes. They said, man, that looks so cool. And I said, well, all you got to do is come on there.
Have like a fish tank kind of falling out the back with some water shooting out of it or something.
Right. Now, see, another thing is I was going to ask too is the shirt up here has this, but then it's got the website on the bottom. So I don't know if maybe if that'd be a choice too, to where if we just put like Detroit, something, I don't know, put DSA
or put Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics, but then have the website on the back.
Yeah, switch it up a little, or just put DSA on the arm and then the website on the back, and just have the car on the front, so it looks more like a car shirt. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The design.
That way the dude standing behind you in line is just like, Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics.com,
Right. Because see, and that's a good idea, because people that see this shirt, they're like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, I breed ornamental shrimp. And then, of course, they want to ask if they can eat them.
That's always the question, It's like, I got shrimp in the house. Like, how big do they get? Like, like an inch.
Right. And I don't care that I tell them it's ornamental and it goes in a fish tank. They still ask, can you eat them? I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, if another virus broke out and all the stores went empty, we would probably be able to last for I mean, if we ate them sparingly, I mean, like rice-a-roni could probably go a couple months. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
one 10-gallon tank could last you a month. You know,
Just
so
blend them up into a shrimp puree.
that's it. That's it, bro. Add a little, you know, flavoring. I mean, you know, squirt a little immune booster in there for flavor. Put some flake food in there. You know, it's and then just put it in the coffee grinder and you know, then you gotta test the TDS to make sure it's edible and drinkable and
Right.
you know. But hey,
Terry's been up here, hasn't said a word. Got himself.
well, he said that
muted.
he had something. To
I'm
share.
showing my new fish, man.
Your
Look at them
leperinus,
things. Look
the
at them.
leperinus, right?
Yeah,
Those are awesome.
You just picked him up today, Terry?
yeah. Just dude, they've
They're
been in the
huge.
tank for about an hour.
Yeah, I just took those. I took 4 fish to the store so he could sell them, and there's nothing whatsoever to get to put in my tank, but it allows my super red Severums to lay eggs again. So we hopefully get that going again. So ever since I put all the other fish in there, they stopped laying eggs, and we haven't had any babies since. We grew up the first batch and sold them, and that was it. Hey, they ain't playing over there. Not on that chair.
How
Nut.
big are those leperinus? They look huge.
They're probably getting close to about 11 inches.
Yeah, I was saying
Wow.
they looked almost a foot long. Because I know those are filament barbs you got in there, right? Yeah, those
Yeah.
aren't small fish.
No,
Well,
those
look at-
filament
look at
barbs
this
are
sponge
every bit of 4 or 5 inches long.
They're taller than a sponge filter. And one just went up like this, and
Yep.
it wasn't even half his body up there.
And that's a large aqua top sponge filter.
Yeah,
so-
that's the 60 aqua top.
Do you mind if I ask how much something like that costs?
I got them for free.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask how much they would cost if you didn't get them for free?
They'd probably run about $50 each.
Okay.
at that size, yeah.
Yeah.
I say I think we got the striped leperinus in at the store, and I think
Yeah,
when
when
we
they're
had
little,
them, we
you
were
could get 'em for
selling
like
teeny
12
tiny
bucks.
little ones for like, I think they were like $7 or $8.
Yeah. These were from my local pet shop has employees, and they all know me. And the one particular employee was like, "Hey Terry, I got these fish. They outgrew my tank, and can you take them?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take them."
Then Terry's going to be the next fish rescue.
No,
of the state.
No, I will never get to that point. But I do. I've always wanted these guys because they don't. You can keep them with smaller fish. They have a real small mouth,
Yeah, I was going to say it's dinky. Yeah.
and they just. I don't know. I always thought they were pretty cool. I like leperinus. Some leperinus. They can get a little. Their conspecific aggression can get kind of. They can get kind of mean to one another, but these two grew up together, so I'm just gonna run with it. But yeah, they're cool as all get out, man.
Yeah. The one thing I did today was I don't know. My buddy had some discus at his store the other day last week, and they were like silver discus or something. I've never seen them, but I've never seen them before. And, you know, I have such a huge love for disc. They're just my favorite. So I was like, well, maybe I could put them in the tank. And I was like, I got to get rid of some of the fish. So they're all gone anyway. So today I went in there to take the fish in there. I'm looking around. I see nothing. And then I walked to the front of one of his tanks, and there's a bag in there. And there's a discus in there about the size of a 50-cent piece in a Petco bag.
Oh, wow.
Hey, and discus, I don't know if you know about discus. You should, Danny, if you guys get them at your store. But when you buy discus need to be round, not a football shape. Football discus.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I'm fairly certain everybody knows that.
Oh, well, some people don't. When they buy discus, it's, they'll buy low grade discus. And that's what this was. And I don't know if that's why the people brought it to his store to get rid of it, because it wasn't, you know what I mean? But
it's not a discus, it's a football.
Right. The meaty part of the discus needs to be more round than football shaped, even though the discus can be in a circular shape, but the meaty part of it is more footballish than round. That's what I mean by that. I mean, most discus are round, but the meaty part, you want a rounder part. But this one was really small, and it was in a Petco bag. So I was like, yeah, no, I can't get it. Don't mess with them.
We don't order discus for our store because, one, they're expensive. We don't have the right water conditions for them at our store, and then most people in St. Louis don't really have the right water conditions for discus anyway.
Oh, really? You got what? Oh.
We have hard water and really hard water, and there are some people that are into discus here, but in general, St. Louis is really big on African cichlids or community fish.
Right. What was that? Did somebody just fart? Hey, is that Tim Gazzetti just went $55? He just bumped it up $5. Uh-oh, Pumpkin King. He better, if he don't see his boy. Woo! All right, we got a new bid. Yeah, it's I think I'm just gonna hold off and wait and see if the Super Red Severance breed, because I still got a juvenile Waru in there. I have that Starlight in there, the juvenile Starlight. The two Super Red Severn parents, and then some Cory cats and stuff. So.
Nice.
Oh! Pumpkin King hit it at 75. He came back.
Whoa, jumping it straight up there.
Jumping it 75. So the new bid $75.
What are we bidding on?
A donation to Leah Jet to design the next Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics T-shirt. You get to pick the car that the shrimp is going to be driving.
That's been going on for a while, except it's got to be a Detroit car, right?
Yeah.
Right. But it's happening tonight.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't
It's been
realize
being
it was
talked
tonight.
about for a while, but it's actually happening right now.
Well, because, I needed to sell one more shirt, and Kevin DeLong came on the channel 2 days ago and bought my wife's blue shirt that she never wore. So that was the one shirt, and I gave her one of the black ones.
I just wish, please, whoever wins it, please make it a Mopar.
Yeah, I don't.
A big barracuda with a shrimp hanging out of it. I'd be cool with that.
If you look at Pumpkin King's little picture right there, he owns a souped up, beefed up, jacked up Mustang GT that makes my phone rumble on the other end when I'm talking to him. So he's a Mustang, just a crazed Ford Mustang guy who puts everything into it. So Pumpkin King wins. I would have to guarantee it's going to be
all
a
right.
Mustang.
I have to agree with you to a point that Ford is Ford and they have their place, but they're chick cars, man.
I don't say anything about any car that anybody drives. I do like Mustangs too, but I've been stuck in the Dodge zone for I don't know.
Oh, come on! You got to admit, man.
I'm not a Mustang guy at all.
Mopar,
maybe an old one.
Mopar is Mopar.
But there's this guy that lives across the street from me, and he's got a newer, probably a 2019 or something like that Mustang, and it's really, really loud, and he drives it loud and all that stuff, and honestly, it doesn't sound that great. one of these days I'm just gonna go outside and catch his attention. Be like, hey! I think your car's broken. It's really loud and it sounds like crap.
Yeah. Hey, you'll probably crush
Detroit muscle was the Dodge Chrysler Mopar.
Hey, and see, that's it. You know, today would have been the day because they had the big dream cruise, but it didn't go on because all the storms and stuff. And then we had one last week. It was another dream cruise that went on. That one went on. But if you go out to these, you know, you got the big Woodward dream cruise and all that. And that's what everyone will say. They'll say Mopar. They'll say Ford. They'll say, you know, there's everyone.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love a good Chevy. Show me a 1969 SSRS Camaro, and I'll drool all over you.
Oh yeah, and they're out
Yeah.
there. But that's what I'm saying. You'll see Camaros. You'll see the Mustangs. I mean, you see, it's really hard at our age now to look and, well, at least for me to go, that's the best car. That was the best car. I just look and go, oh my gosh, look, I can't believe that all those cars that I loved and drove when I was a kid are driving down the road again.
Dude, I had three
Yeah.
cars I wish I had now. The one I wish I had the most is I had a 1972 Buick GS, which looks like a Skylark, except it's got a big block. It had a 454 in it with, yeah. I really wish I had that car.
Yeah, my oldest one was a 71 Ford LTD with a 460. It was a two-door. Like what was on on those TV shows, the streets of San Francisco, the cop shows and stuff. They used to all drive those LTDs. That was my oldest car I ever had. But I've had Trans Ams, Monte Carlos, Grand Prix. I mean, Mustang, convertible Mustangs, F-150s, Ford Excursions, and then I got into Dodge Durangos, the older ones, the 98 models and stuff, and I fell in love with those. And then I'm a Chevy Nomad guy, but like I tell everyone, I can't afford a Nomad, so I get the next best thing, which is a Dodge Magnum. So
yeah.
I got into an 08, and then I fell into an 05 that only had 27,000 miles on it, and it's fully loaded, all-wheel drive, free satellite radio, moonroof, everything for $5,000. So I sold the 08, and I'm in my 05, and a guy just asked me the other day how much I wanted for it. It's got 47,000 miles on it. I told him I'd sell it for $10,000. But,
Wow.
yeah.
It's not that's actually kind of a good deal, actually.
Yeah, it's a really good deal because I told him, I said, you know, I'm a union carpenter, but still I'm a carpenter no matter what, if
Right.
I'm a union guy or not. But my buddy took me to take my 4-foot 120 gallon to the pet store, and he gave me a brand new 6-foot 125. You know, that's what I did that video on. And when he picked me up, he's a carpenter also, and he's like, man, this is a bunch of crap. I said, what? He's like, every man needs a truck. He's like, you a man? I'm like, yeah, but I drive a Magnum. Every man needs a truck. And I'm like, well, you got.
Magnum
Well,
is just a
I
lowriding
kind of have
truck
to
with a
agree with that.
cover.
You need a truck.
I know. And he's got two like brand new Silverados. And I'm like, all right, fine. So I told the guy who asked me how much for my car, I said, dude, $10,000. If I go buy a truck for $10,000, it's going to have 180,000 miles on it. It's going to be rusting. The rockers are going to be shot. It's going to need tires. A U-joint's going to be bad, and probably needs an oil change for $10,000.
You just honestly described my truck to a T. That's my truck I have right now.
Yeah.
What I do is I buy a truck like 2 or 3 years old, and then I drive it till it can't be driven anymore.
Right. Well, who doesn't? I mean, you're just like, everyone that in my family I grew up with in the mountains and everything. I mean, look, you save up, you put money down on a vehicle, you get one that's 2-3 years old, and then you drive it till it falls apart. Then when you retire, you buy that last truck again.
Right. Well, you buy the brand new one. When you retire, you buy a brand new one.
Right. Right. My neighbors just did that. Bought a brand new Dodge Ram, I think. He's been driving a Toyota Tacoma. It's the little one, like a baby Ford Ranger.
Right.
And he'd been driving that forever. It's got different colored body panels on it. Now this guy, I mean, he makes good money, but he won't buy nothing else. Won't buy nothing else. And now it's, I think he's on it like his last few months. They bought a brand new pickup truck. It sits in the driveway. I'm like, we're retiring, huh?
I'm not driving that damn thing.
Right. But it's just like, everyone I know, is just like you and me. Everybody says, well, I'm not going to buy a brand new car and just trash it at work. So you just buy one that's a few years old, get a price discount, and then by the time you pay it off, you need another one. So, it's me. I just buy.
Oh, I honestly, I drive them till they cannot be driven anymore. I mean, the doors have to be falling off of them before I buy another one.
No, when we were
I'm really good at totaling cars.
Really? Is that a
I've done about
skill?
6 now. Yeah.
It's
a very special skill. I once owned a car for a grand total of 2 weeks.
Oh, that's hot. I once drove over the top of a gold Cadillac.
Nice.
By a kid who pulled out of a gym or something, driving his daddy's gold Cadillac. The traffic stopped both lanes, and he drove out of the lot, and he drove through the left turn lane, and I was coming down the left turn lane to make a left, and I had a full-size Chevy Blazer with 36-inch super swampers, and I had a 3-inch frame lift and a 3-inch body kit lift, and I hit that guy and went right over top, slammed my front pig right on the top of his car.
Damn.
And the tow truck ripped me off of the car, and the cop said that if I didn't have any damage to my car, that I could go home, that everyone said it was this guy's fault.
Your truck was okay,
wow.
Wasn't it? Ran purred like a kitten. It didn't even care that it was up on an incline like this on top of a Cadillac either. The guy's like, all right, I'll hook up over here. I said, well, I'll throw it for low lock and I'll just punch it. We'll just rip the cars apart. And he said, okay. And so they backed up traffic. We ripped them apart. And I went home about 15 minutes later. That car. So,
that's why guys drive trucks.
Yeah. So, yeah. I do like trucks. Yeah. But I'm an old truck guy. I would like, I would like to get a Cummins of some type, or I like the F-250 diesel, just because I'm a big guy. A 4-door F-250, like a 98 or a 2000, somewhere there.
I don't need a 250 unless you're pulling a motorhome or something behind you. What do you need that big of a truck?
Well, it's I'm 6'8", over 300 pounds. The bigger the car, that I feel normal size. It's kind of like Shaq riding a motorcycle. He had to go to what's-his-face and have him build it massive just so he felt like he was riding a normal size motorcycle, So
there was a brand of motorcycle, I can't remember what it was, but I saw it in a magazine where they actually made like a 4-cylinder motorcycle. It was huge.
Oh yeah, I see a lot.
They make 6-cylinder motorcycles, Danny.
Well, they put engines on them.
I guess they do all that now. Like it was
They did it back then,
like a long time ago. But it was cool to me. Like I just remember.
Jay Leno put that helicopter motor on his bike, on that street bike of his.
It's interesting. The betta always hangs out right here, and for some reason the algae just doesn't really form right there either.
Because she flutters right there and it keeps it from growing.
Yeah,
Bettas
probably.
are so cool. I'll tell you right now, a whole tank. I wish that they didn't fight because I would love to have a whole tank, all different colors. Because some of the bettas are just incredible. They look like they're paintings on a wall, you know.
I mean, if you get a really, really big, heavily planted tank, you can have males together. And sometimes you can just get lucky and make it work anyway. Like Bob Kaler has like 3 males in like a fishbowl, basically, almost. Like, so.
Yeah, I got to check with him again. Make sure I'm looking for it's common down here for Chevy 350 to be on a motorcycle. Hello, Lunatic Fringe.
I need a motorcycle.
Pumpkin King's in Georgia. So Pumpkin King Lake lives around the corner, I guess, from Holyfield. If you know who that is, the boxer. Got his ear bit off by Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Oh.
I remember that fight actually.
Yeah. Hey,
I never knew the other guy's name. I just remember Mike Tyson biting somebody's ear off.
You watch Mike Tyson on YouTube. It's called something about not up in smoke.
I don't think Holyfield would have won the fight anyways.
Up in
But
smoke.
yeah, he didn't have to do that.
If he didn't, I don't know why Tyson just didn't stay focused because I think he could have beat him, but Holyfield was getting him really bad there.
He was
Tyson
for a
was
little
just
bit
an
there. He
idiot.
was, but
But you
I
can't-
don't think
you can't win
Holyfield
every
had the
round.
stamina.
Right. No, not as much as little Mike Tyson. That nobody had more stamina than that guy. you know?
Right.
So
I mean, he just should have just stayed the course, and he would have been fine.
yeah, but I don't know. In that situation, when somebody's hitting you and you don't want them hitting you,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
You get in a fight on the
This
street.
sucks.
Yeah, right. I'm not doing this no more. Yeah, here's his channel here. Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. Hey,
Hot boxing with Mike Tyson.
yeah, you go on
Sounds
there.
like a really cool time.
Yeah, I watched when he had Larry Spinks on it. He had not Larry Spinks.
I'll be right back.
All right, he's got some good people on there, but it's pretty cool if you want to go watch some silly stuff. They sit there and get high all day, and
Try not.
so this is cool. We got $75 so far to choose.
As a top.
That's pretty hot. Hey, what size tank is that?
This one is a 20 long.
20 long?
If you change the layout,
Is that
you can probably
gravel?
see the whole thing. It's
Yeah, what was the tank we
Eco-Complete
were
and
like?
then sand.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got Eco Complete, my 125. The whole thing's Eco Complete.
Change the layout to where we're on like widescreen. There should be like one where it's like kind of there. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Now you can see the entire.
Yeah,
tank.
well, see, I don't. No one ever hops up here when I'm on here. So, oh, Michelle Kinsey, welcome. So, do you have any flooding in your basement? Oh no. So to let everybody know today, yeah, there's really terrible rains here. I guess it rained really bad. We had flood warnings. We still have them till tomorrow morning, but I was over today after going to the pet store over in Garden City helping actually my best friend cut his carpet up because his basement flooded. 2 of his drains.
Oh,
He was-
man.
Well, he sleeps downstairs. He redid his whole upstairs. So it's like, it's like when you go to somebody's house and their mother says, you can't sit in that room. You can't sit in that room. It's just for looks. Well, he just, he redid the whole upstairs. So he stays downstairs because it's cooler in the winter or in the summertime. Right. Well, he said he was laying on the couch, went to get up, put his feet down, and they went squish, squish. And he's like, what the heck is this? So he actually messaged me when I was at the pet store. So I went over there and help him slice all the carpet up because, of course, my basement flooded and we lost thousands of dollars of stuff. But I went over there, cut it all out. He rolled it up. I made sure that his drains were good. I dumped tons of water down them. But what they're saying is the water by us, the lakes and everything, they have nowhere to drain. So the drains, there's nowhere for it to go. So they're saying, watch your basements. But we're way higher than these lakes and stuff that are down from us it's literally the road goes through right through this park. It's called Hines Park. And what it is it's a wooded area and a road goes through it for miles. And there's like a light every, let's say 6-7 miles. You can just kick your cruise on 40, go and just relax and look at all the woods and everything. And well, on the one side of it is a lake, or I should say a stream, but in some parts where you go fishing there, it's the big lake and everything. Well, it literally went from the far side over, it flooded over the road and as far as it could go to the other. So the whole park down there now is a massive lake and it's not going anywhere except in people's homes. So when I went to his house, there was people with mounds of furniture out in front of their house for the trash truck to pick up, and people were emptying out stuff that was full of water. And I felt so bad. I was like, wow, I was there. It happened to me, but then I went down there and went in his basement, cut everything up. I had one of those commercial fans, for carpets and stuff. So I left that over there, and but we got all of his carpet out so he can go back to work on Monday and he doesn't have to worry about that. But it's all rainwater. It just backs up, no sewer water or nothing. It just has nowhere to go,
Yep. Yeah, see, everywhere that I've lived from growing up to where my sisters have lived and all that stuff, everybody has had the same story of their basement flooding. So when I bought my house, I bought a house without a basement.
Oh yeah, nice. Well, here in Michigan, it's most of the houses come with them. Anything that's a decent size, I think our houses are the same, 1,200 square feet, and then down here it's 1,200. You want a basement if you have a family, you turn it into it. It's another house.
Oh, right.
So,
and I do kind of wish I had a basement, a little bit, because one, I could set up a really awesome fish room down in the basement, or just more storage and stuff like that. But it's just, I've lived in rental houses and all those basements flooded, and the house I grew up in flooded, and everybody's basements
sure
flooded.
When you go to buy a house that it sits up higher, and then make sure that you just have the basement checked. Make sure it's not built on clay. My house was built on clay, so I had to have all that repaired. But to us, it was worth it because of the property that we're on. We're in the district where my wife wanted Luke to go to school, all the best schools. It's just everything worked out good. But there's just a few things you got to look out for. And once you do that, a basement's really worth it. But I don't mean to interrupt anybody, but we have another donation. It is now at $100. And for some reason, the last name seems to be the same as Leah Potyak. So
Leah's jet.
Sean Potyak has now donated $100 toward changing the vehicle on the shirt. And we're going to have to see if anyone lets that 100 stand. What does Michelle say? From 1:30 a.m. until 6 a.m., 4 of us using my fish buckets. And, of course, when my husband came home with the pump, the rest went down on its own, no sleep. Then took our 5-year-old to First Ballet. Oh, I'm so sorry, Michelle. Oh, she got hit by the floods. Gosh, yeah. But Michelle lives over by my buddy's fish store. Michelle's a big supporter of small businesses. We feel really sorry for you there, Michelle. We hope everything, is okay, and you don't lose too much. There's not really much you can do when you get a flood, and just pray that it doesn't reach your valuables or anything that could get, ruined by a flood,
Right.
What is this? Learjet said, I told him he had to bid if he wanted a Barracuda. That is it. I mean, it's the truth. If you want the Barracuda, hey, and here's the thing. If you bid, your wife's the one designing the shirt, you can make it plum crazy purple with the big fat slicks, all that cool stuff. I mean, you can't get any better when you're married to the artiste, but don't feel bad. The basement is getting cleaned. Well, it's oh crap. Pumpkin King just came back with a 125.
125.
Holy
yeah.
snickies. $125. Well, Michelle, it's hard not to feel bad. It's just unfortunate that it does happen. And here's the thing. You could sit and buy flood insurance and sit in your house for 30 years and never get flooded. When you don't have flood insurance, that's when you get flooded.
Yep.
What Seven Fish says sounds like what I woke up to last Chicago Aqua Show. 3 inches of water, no basement, and nowhere to pump the water to because the whole area was full of water. We were a lake for 2 days. Okay, so far.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, if
Don't buy a house
the
that sits
surrounding
low
area
between hills.
is a lake. It doesn't matter where you pump the water; it's just coming right back in.
It's like bailing a boat with a hole in it.
Right. Yeah, you ain't getting anywhere.
I've seen that cartoon.
Yep. All right, so yes, Sean Potyak is a Mopar fan. He said it was going to be the Demon Challenger. Well, Sean, it's
Ooh,
Pumpkin King.
I like a Challenger.
25, and it's probably going to be a Mustang unless you do something about it. There's always next time though, but I'm not trying to get you to spend everything your wife's gonna make, but but if you choose the car, she makes nothing. if you let it pass.
Wow, exactly. The ball's in your court, dude.
Right. He hit it at 130. Sean said, yeah, I don't care. It's gonna be a Demon Challenger. What's a Dodge Challenger Demon Shrimp with 6 sunglasses and a Detroit Tigers hat? Oh! It sounds way better. My favorite car is a VW bus.
Nice.
Nice. They sell those at my
And there
pet
goes
store.
that light.
They sell those at the pet store. They're big, made out of.
I think my air pump has a bigger motor than a VW bus.
It probably does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and they broke down every 1,000 miles you had to adjust the points on them.
Oh snap! Yep. Pumpkin King came back with 150. He said Ford does not stand for found on road dead. It does stand for.
It stands for every chick has one.
Hey, and those chicks got lots of money. Lots of money. That's the facts are the facts, Terry. The facts are the
Hey, I'm not arguing with you,
Hey.
man. I agree.
Hey, it's not a Chrysler Sebring, Terry. It's a Ford Mustang.
Sebring,
Yeah,
which got
I'm
replaced
not
by the Chrysler
disagreeing with you,
200.
dude.
I know.
I agree with you 100%.
I know. The Chrysler Sebring convertible was the total chick car. That was every girl had one, and then when a dude
No,
bought one, you knew what time it was.
The Mustang 2.
LX. Oh, the Mustang 2? Really? You
Yeah,
don't-
that was the Mustang 2 was the ultimate chick car. My
And don't
aunt
forget
had
the
one
Honda
with the
Civic
Cobra.
and
It was
the
a
Jetta.
Cobra
The Cobra
Mustang
Jet, yeah.
2.
Yeah, the Cobra. Yeah, my buddy down the street had two of them, a white one and an orange one, both with T-tops.
My 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 aunt bought one.
Breathe,
it had
Terry,
all the-
breathe.
God damn it.
Hey, that's what I sound like before I quit smoking 3 years ago.
3
And
years,
my
good
aunt,
job,
my
Brian.
aunt bought,
Thank you.
bought one, and it had the louvers in the back and on the sides. You know, it had the window louvers on the back and the sides. It had the Cobra emblem painted all over it, and I think it had a 4-cylinder in it. I think.
Oh, yeah, my buddies had the 302s in them. And his brother had a 71 Torino GT. Ford Torino GT.
I was like all freaking happy when my aunt bought that thing, and then she popped the hood, and I was like, "What the hell is this, man? My
Where's-
lawnmower's got a bigger motor."
Yeah. Where's the squirrels?
Yeah, where are them squirrels?
Yeah, they're in here somewhere.
Dude, those are some cool looking fish, man. You got to admit.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are very much. I'm sitting here.
Yeah,
just
they're like little tigers.
They are. But the thing that's really cool
Somebody
is that
named the
they're not
tiger
aggressive.
barb too quickly before they saw that fish.
Except they're not barbs.
Oh, right.
No, he's just saying they named the tiger barb too fast.
I get you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Except, yeah, never mind.
Right. I got you.
But man, I honestly, I almost bought some juveniles of those fish, like 2 weeks ago, and then I got adult specimens just fall into my lap, and I'm like, cool, I'll take them.
My tomato's getting a little heavy.
Sean's putting up a fight. We got another Tyson Holyfield going on here.
Now, what kind of car does Sean want?
Sean wants the Dodge.
Oh, I'm cool with that. Whatever,
the Demon.
as
Demon
long as
Challenger.
it's a Mopar, I'm cool
Yeah,
with it.
Demon Challenger. Yeah, Mopar. He's a big Mopar guy. Yep. That's what he's fighting for.
That's actually a rare car. You didn't see a lot of those.
No. That's why I enjoy doing the auto shows so much here in Detroit, because every winter, that's what us carpenters, union carpenters would do, and other trades too. But that's what we look forward to in the winter, because once it got cold, we would hit the auto show, do 2 months of the auto show, and then, a bunch of shows after that. And then we would call it a year. But when you do the auto show, I do Cadillac. So, it's the second biggest booth there. Ford's the biggest, then Cadillac. And so it was just cool to see all the old race cars and everything that were in there.
So Ford was bigger than GM?
Yeah, Ford's the biggest booth at the auto show. Yep.
Yeah.
The biggest.
It's all marketing, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and whoever wants to have the biggest Swanson dangle it in front of everybody, because, the year before the stuff hit, Cadillac spent $1 million on a new booth. So we set it up that year, and then the next year they said, well, it's going to be outside, and then COVID hit.
Nah,
So-
damn it.
So like this year, we were hoping that they would clear everything early so we could go work outside and do that. But nope. So all that stuff's still canceled. And, we're not able to do any of it. So this year, if you're not working now, that's what messes it up for all trades. Because if you're not working, because everything slows up in the winter, it's going to be more or less if you're good enough, if you were a good employee and companies liked you, or else you're going to be sitting the bench until springtime comes and companies.
Damn right. I know exactly how that goes, man.
Yeah. Because if you burn bridges, boy, when it gets cold out and they got to cut back, you're gonna be shivering with the other. Be like, man, really? I can't come back. And they'd be like, remember when you told me to F off? Yeah, we don't need you right now.
Dude,
Wow.
I burned bridges purposely knowing that it was gonna fuck me later, and I still burned them. And
Yeah, that's why I'm not on Facebook
you know,
anymore.
I don't necessarily have any regrets because it works both ways. If you're really good at your job,
Okay, Sean.
they will come back to you and go, "Yeah, you're a pain in my ass, but we
Right.
need you."
Right. Of course. Hey, when I was younger, I probably overstepped a lot of boundaries, and I got a lot of faces, and probably said a lot of stuff I shouldn't have, but now that I'm older, things are different, and
I still say a lot of things I shouldn't.
right.
Trust me, I have had to go, well, maybe I didn't necessarily mean what I said.
I didn't.
But in all actuality, I really did mean what I said.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I did mean what I said.
Yeah. Sean left, and Pumpkin King just came back at 160. So unless
Uh-oh. So what's he want?
well, he's a Mustang guy.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No Fords. We can't
Yeah.
have Fords.
that's what it's gonna. See that orange one on the screen? That's Pumpkin King's Mustang right there. That's it.
Yeah. That's his wife's car, right?
Right.
That's a grocery getter.
It is. You should see what they take out for date night. Oh, yeah. It's the Shelby.
They bring out the real car on date night.
Right. Yeah, the model.
I apologize. Pumpkin King, we're only making fun, man. That's a gorgeous car. We're just making fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty sharp car.
It really is. It's a very sharp car.
Yeah. Well, see, and this is doing this. We really appreciate, what he says. It's all good, bro. We
Nah, it's
appreciate, what people do and stuff with this because it's just showing. I don't know. There's some people within.
why isn't there any Buick people showing up, man? Buick was made in Detroit, wasn't it?
Man, my best car that I ever drove was a 98 Buick Regal with a turbocharger.
Right. Buick
I friggin'
was made in
swamped a
Detroit
Dodge
also,
Charger
right?
once, and they were like, "What? A Buick? What?" Like,
Hey,
yeah,
now-
man.
now Buicks cost so much money. Tiger Woods' face is plastered all over.
My
it.
favorite car I ever had was a Buick Grand Sport. It had a 454 in it. 4 freaking carburetors. That doggone thing freaking ran like a raped ape.
Yeah.
It'd pass up anything but a gas station.
Oh, shoot. Sean says he's busy at work, but I will text him to update him. Well, tell him he's got what time? 1:48. Tell him he's got 10 o'clock. We're shutting her down. That's 2 hours of kicking butt. Oh, Chevy Fish says she loved her 69 Skylark. Leah Jett said her first car was an 80.
Buick Skylarks were what? I mean, that's what the Grand Sport option was actually built off of the Skylark, and they looked identical, except the one had a really, really big motor in it and a bunch of suspension parts, and the other one was made for just driving around getting groceries.
Right. That's like I like the old wagons back then where you could open up, or where you could hit the button and the glass would come down. You could open up the door. It'd open like a car door. It wouldn't come down like a truck bed door. It'd open up like a whole. I mean, to me, those things were cool. And the glass went all around like a, all the way around the top and stuff.
It would depend on the motor, but Chevy Fish said Chevy Fish liked the 1969 Skylark.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, if it had the V8 in it, that was a sporty car. It really was.
Oh, yeah. All them cars were. What Pumpkin King says, actually, Grand National is one of the best cars ever, along with
the Buick Grand National was an awesome vehicle. It was an awesome car.
Yeah. I almost bought, my cousin passed away. Hey, Joe Coffee, what's going on? My cousin passed away a few years ago, and he had a stored 1986 Monte Carlo SS, or not SS. It was the burgundy with like the orange pinstripe, and it had like 32,000 original miles. And so I was like, okay, it'd be really nice to get it. He took care of it and everything. It was in the mountains of Pennsylvania, and I went to call to see if I could get a deal. Well, family couldn't get a deal, so I said, all right, whatever.
In the heyday of the Monte Carlo, Buick came out with the Grand National, and that Grand National smoked everything.
Oh, yeah. That was sick fast. All right, Sean came back from work and bumped it to 170.
Oh, so what's that mean? What car?
The
Demon Challenge.
Yep.
I'm cool with the Demon, man. Remember back in the day, in the late 70s, early 80s, Buick was doing it. They had the Duster, They always put like emblems on their car. You had the Tasmanian Devil. You had the Duster that had the Tasmanian Devil on it, and they didn't necessarily have the motors to be a muscle car, but they had the look. They kind of looked like muscle cars. They just didn't have the motors to go with them.
Yeah, what about like the Javelin, the AMC Javelin?
Dude, yeah. My mom had one, man.
Those were funky looking cars, boy, I'll tell you.
We actually had two in me growing up. We had the Javelin, and then we also had the Gremlin.
Yeah, my babysitter had a Gremlin. Yeah, we used to call it a fishbowl on wheels. Yeah.
God, ugly car. Man, were they ugly.
Yeah, too bad. What were them two guys that drove around the Gremlin? Too bad that wasn't around. Garth and Wayne and Garth.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Bring back. Oh, yeah, the Datsun. Oh, hey, what? The Ford Maverick. Remember that?
Now, wait a minute. Wasn't the Datsun that had the rotary engine, though? The Datsun was actually groundbreaking because they had the rotary engine.
Was it the Datsun that did that?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Because
yeah,
they're the ones that had that triangular rotary engine.
Like, I'm not smart with cars at all, but like the only car that I know that actually has a rotary engine is the Mazda RX-8.
Yeah, I was saying RX-7. Yeah,
but I think
and then the RX-7
was
had
the first one to do it.
That's
it was
interesting.
It was a 3-cylinder rotary motor.
Oh, 7.
I think. I could be wrong though.
AMC.
Like I said, I really have no idea. I always knew that Mazda was the only car that does the rotary engine, but I didn't know if any did it in the past. So I'm an idiot with cars for real.
I'm
I
fairly
don't know
certain
anything
they
about
did,
cars.
but I could be wrong. I could be fucking this all up.
Atkins Nature Aquarium said no, Mazda does the rotary engine. And then Pumpkin King says the RX-7 had the rotary.
Yeah, the RX-7 doesn't exist anymore, though.
No.
They used to make it, but
yeah, way
there's
back
one
in the
for
day,
sale
they were
right
the
now.
first. They were the first one to have the rotary engine. It was like 3 cylinders with a rotary cam that went down. Yeah,
nice.
I don't know.
Let me tell you though, like riding in a vehicle with a rotary engine actually does feel a little bit different than like your standard cylinder engine.
Well, it's just because the drivetrain's different.
Right. It just feels different.
A Mazda Cosmo with the 3 rotor. That's what Atkins says.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't.
Oh no, I'm just trying to throw stuff at you to pick your brain a little more. To see.
I have never driven. Well, no, I can't say that. I've never owned a non-Detroit car ever.
Good. Because I've never owned a non-Detroit car either.
Yeah, I
actually never owned.
I
a
know
Ford
about
with
them,
other
but
people's
I've never owned one.
All
Yeah.
my cars in the past have been Detroit cars.
Oh, no,
but
I
I
do-
currently have a Hyundai Veloster and I really like it.
You want to? I actually have my first. Well, it's mainly because of my age, but man, did I mess up on some cars. My first car was a 1974 Camaro, which that was the gas country years. So they didn't come with really big compression motors. It still came with a V8, but it was a low compression V8. Hold on a minute. My second car was a 1972 Buick Grand Sport with the big block. That would literally pass up everything but a gas station. And I blew it up. I was doing about 180 miles an hour down, well, not 100, probably about 160. And I came across a slower car where I just thought I'd just like whip around them, but somebody else was coming. So I had to slam on the brakes. And when I slammed on the brakes, the negative pressure in the motor, the cam just disintegrated.
Oh.
And it dropped pieces of that motor. I mean, I dropped pieces of that motor for like 2 miles before I stopped. And then my third car was a 1971 Pontiac Goat. It had the 400. Yeah. Dude, I love that car, man. That car was fantastic. And I wrapped it around a telephone pole.
Go around it. All right, don't mean to cut anybody off. It is 10 o'clock, so the winner of tonight's
Please, not a Ford.
auction
Come
donation
on, no Fords.
is Pumpkin King.
Pumpkin
$175.
King. $175. All right.
$175.
That's a fantastic
We-
donation.
Yes, we collected for Leah Jet because
Congratulations, Pumpkin King.
she does so much for everyone within all the people's channels and streams and all the hard work she does and just being who she is. We wanted to.
Wait a minute, Pumpkin King's a girl?
No, the money's going to Leah Jet.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, Pumpkin King could be a girl. We don't know. That would make more
Help
sense with
get
the Ford
back.
Mustang.
Dang, Pumpkin. Yeah.
I jest.
So
You,
congratulations.
you do know Pumpkin King is gonna kill us both now, right?
See,
Hey,
will
donate.
$175.
That's a lot of money for just a viewer.
Yeah. So Pumpkin King, if you want, you can send it to Leah. I posted her
Be banging.
PayPal. If not, you can just send it to me, and then I'll send it to her right now. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. But as I promised, she will get it while the stream is live and hot.
Dang, I got bit up like
Yeah.
crazy by mosquitoes for those like 5 minutes I was outside.
Nice. And S donated to her also $15 earlier that we already sent to her. So that's $190 that Leah Jet has made tonight. Woo! Dang.
Woo!
Man, that's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. We just want to say thanks because it's pretty good that we have, subscribers and participants that would do such nice things for someone
People,
within the
people in need.
shrimp. Yeah, the fish and shrimp community, because go outside of this, you ain't
Nobody cares.
right. That's what I'm
Nobody
saying.
cares.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's but within
People
this,
care enough to tell you they care, and that's about it.
right. That's why within this, it's very uplifting and humbling to see. Look at what Rocco did the other day for
For
Chubb.
Chubs? Right.
really a dude paid an $800 bill in like 30 seconds. Oh, wait for me and my wife to get home and I'll pay the whole thing. And then they kept donating just to help Chubbs out. I was like, wow, how humble.
Well, because he had other bills.
What I
Yeah.
could
No,
do
I
with
know.
$800, man.
I know. But
Because
all
see,
I'm
I
saying
live a
is-
very frugal lifestyle.
right. All I'm saying is how everyone jumped up immediately. Did not have to be asked twice. He didn't have. He said, "I'm staying on here until we can help Chubbs out." And bam, the stuff was done so fast. I was like, "Wow!"
Right.
Even
Part
for
of that
people-
was just because Rocco is a really interesting and awesome person.
Well, yeah, I said it.
Well,
over.
right, but it's great that people can use their channels and their subscribers to get in contact with people. The same way they used to do the old school like telethons and stuff like that. Like,
Oh yeah, every Memorial Day you had the Jerry Lewis telethon that just went on and on and on, and it went on forever.
yep.
I just think it's cool though that no matter who anyone is, that within this community of people, that everyone came together so fast they didn't even have to think about giving a couple bucks. That his stuff was taken care of so fast where his stress level went from here to here,
Oh yeah.
that fast. And it's just like I said, it's humbling to know that being a part of something like this is, it's right here at our fingertips,
Right. Right. This community is awesome.
It is. It has its moments, and we're a family, and just like any family, you might fight every once in a while, but for the most part, we're a family, and if somebody needs something, we're right there.
Yeah. Hey, and half the time for me, it's just to listen. That's all I need I need to get out of here and pay attention to something else. That's why, like I said, I like listening to Jess, then Rocco, and then Terry when he comes on later, and the whole day. Then when even the late streams, I'm sitting here going, "Oh my God, Terry, quit talking. I got to go to bed." It's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm going, "All right, fine. I'll just set the phone here and close my eyes."
You should really just go to sleep, man, because
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say. So
Man, but even if you don't have anything to say, I don't know what it is about being so hard to just turn the stream off. You don't
Right.
want to miss. You don't want to miss anything, you know. And like right when you're like, okay, I'll turn the stream off. Somebody is like, Terry's like, hey, but wait a minute,
Right.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my biggest distractor.
Yeah, it's it does suck you in and you get used to it. That's why I was saying it's hard, going back to work now because so many people that do streams help me get through my accident, so I'm just not sitting here pulling my hair out that now that I'm getting back up and going at it 5 days a week. I'm like, wait a minute. It's like my addiction, my drug that I used for so long. Now it's like I have to watch it on replay. I don't get to do the live, see the live stream anymore and say hi to everybody and this and that. It's like all I can do is listen now and leave a comment.
There's something to that. I didn't think, given my personality, I didn't think it would be a thing. But I do miss the chat. I do miss going live. You click a button and you're talking to people that have similar interests. And that's an awesome thing to have.
Oh yeah. See, Michelle here says that you talk her to sleep too. She said, "I love it. Thanks, Terry."
Yeah, I can put anybody to sleep. Trust me.
Well, no, it's just the conversation. It doesn't even have to be about fish. That's what I'm saying. If it's just a conversation, and it's not a negative conversation. It's just hearing a couple, 2-3 people have a conversation about something that is interesting because it doesn't have to do about politics. It doesn't have to do about money or anything. It's just a conversation.
I personally go out of my way. If you're going to be on my stream and you want to talk politics and stuff like that, you'll be banned instantly.
Right. I mean,
I am a person that I actually kind of like my politics, and I do watch a lot of politics when it comes to YouTube, but
you don't
I
bring
also
it up
don't bring it up when I'm
stream.
talking in a fish stream or a shrimp stream or whatever else. Like, and if something comes up that I want to talk about or whatever, I'll just be like, I shouldn't talk about this because YouTube won't like what I have to say.
Right.
Somebody comes up and they want to talk about that. I just look at my, if I have the camera pointed at a tank, I'll just start talking about a fish. This is the fish I'm going to talk about for a little bit. And, eventually the politicians will leave because they get bored,
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody that helped out and participated today in the stream. I see you guys. Leah says she received the money. Time to pick up a pencil. And Pumpkin King,
it's going to be a Ford. That's going to be your next emblem.
Well, I do believe if that's what he chooses, he's got to get with Leah.
He hasn't said what he chose yet.
Nope, not yet.
Just because he has a Mustang as his picture doesn't necessarily mean
he did say his first 2 cars were a Camaro. So,
I mean, he might decide to go Barracuda.
Yeah, Barracuda would be.
I'd love to see an ocean blue Barracuda driven by a yellow shrimp.
Right. Well, that's what her old man said. Wearing sunglasses, wearing a Detroit Tiger hat, but for $175, I'll see orange Mustang on the shirt too.
Right. Gosh, that's.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's
Mustangs
a good portion of the shirt
cool
payment,
cars.
Man.
Yeah.
They're just cool cars for chicks.
Well, but see, here's the thing: is the cool thing about it is like how Leah even made this. It's not. It's. I don't want to see it's like a cartoonist truck, but she like hooked it.
Dude, I'll take a 50s. Man, if I could get my hands on a 50s pickup truck, I'd be all over it.
Oh, right. Oh, he says
Leah
pick the car. Oh, he's letting Leah pick the car.
It's all a big surprise.
Oh, what's
Oh.
Leah gonna pick?
Oh,
Oh, this is great. I like it.
wow.
Next time on Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics, we
now
find out.
nobody
what
knows
the
what the
car
emblem's
is.
gonna be.
Yeah, that's crazy. An Escort GT. No? Darn, I thought I'd get some clapping and some cheering out of the Ford Escort GT.
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
Darn.
That
Hey,
just
what was
doesn't
the
make sense
revenue?
to me. Escort and GT. What?
What? Yeah, yeah. What was the Lincoln one of that was the not the Link, the Mercury. It was the LX my brother had when my dad bought it. It was the Escort GT, but it was made by Mercury, and it was that. God, I can't remember any of it, but it was, you had the subwoofer button under there, you pull it down, boo, boo, it came all stock with that stuff, because Mercury was the higher end Ford,
Yep.
So, but, well, that's cool. Oh, Joe Coffey says it's going to be a Toyota Celica.
Oh, nice.
That's hot. What do you got in your garage, Michelle? Yep, cliffhanger. Yeah, I can't believe if he really leaves it up to Leah. This is oh my gosh, wow! What a bid, and then he gives it up and doesn't even choose the car. Oh, she's got an Escort in her garage. Shut the back door, but it's not the GT. That's hot. I want to drive it. I almost bought one years ago. We were trying to buy it in our old house before we moved here. We had a tri-level 2,200 square foot house. But the train ran behind it, so we got out of there. And there was an Escort down the street I wanted to buy for work purposes, because I was like, geez, if this thing runs out of gas, all I got to do is kick my feet through the floorboards and run it.
Hey, what was that Ford back in the early 80s or mid
EXP?
80s? Yeah, I almost bought one of those.
Yeah, the XPs were hot. They were good.
It was just
Escort,
a
but it was
two-seater.
stretched out.
It was a two-seater
Yeah.
with a turbocharger on it.
Yeah, EXP.
That son of a gun would run. I almost bought one.
Yep. Some of those they were sneaky like that, Terry. They would come out. You had the Escort, which was especially a stick. It was all right, but then the EXP, that was the sneaky car that if you got one, you were like, whoa, wait a minute, where did this come from? This ain't supposed to be like this.
Yeah, that son of a gun would run. I test drove it, and that son of a bitch was fast.
Oh, yeah. Toyotas are from Detroit, right? I hope not, Joe. I hope not. No, sir.
Funny story. That car that I owned for a grand total of 2 weeks before it got totaled was a Geo Metro, Joe Coffey.
What the hell is a Geo Metro?
A
A little bitty 3-cylinder car where the frame and the chassis are all in one.
What was the Geo Storm? That was the little car. And then the Geo that looked like a.
I don't even know.
So
what
the
these
Storm
cars
was
are.
the one that looked like a normal sedan but was
Yeah.
teeny tiny.
Yeah.
And then the Metro was the little thing that looks like a roller skate.
Yeah, it looked like it was the front and the back were squeezed toward each other. And then they had the
Just
Geo,
round.
like a Jeep with a plastic snap on top.
Oh yeah, the Geo Tracker.
Tracker, that's what it was, yeah.
Geo had the Tracker
Oh.
before Toyota or somebody else took it over.
Yeah, Pumpkin King just said the Geo Prism, too.
And then the Prism, yeah.
Yeah. Deborah Dede says, Terry, your fish are awesome.
Can I say something?
I assume she's talking about the striped ones I just bought. And yes, I
Yeah.
must agree.
Yeah. She likes your fish.
Yeah, that Geo Metro I had like a 8-gallon tank or something like that. I filled it up completely for like $14.
Yeah. It was like a Honda moped. Honda Speed.
Dude, I think my first car had a 30-gallon tank, and I could fill it up for like $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was that cheap for me. Mine was.
Well, yeah, I might be exaggerating. So it might have cost me $10 to fill
Right.
up a 30-gallon tank.
Yeah, mine was a 1980 Monte Carlo 2-door from Daytona, Spence Beach, Daytona, Florida. My dad went and got it from some guys in Fords. Went and picked it up.
Joe, that's hilarious.
That's a goddamn good car, man. I bet you wish you still had it.
8-gallon shrimp tank in the Geo Metro 2 crowded. Oh wow, they are more comfy now. It looks like out of the fish. My husband had Geo Storm. He said it was fun. Yeah, I bet. God, what was the Chevy? Look, the Chevy, not Cavalier. It had like a bubble back on it. It was a hatchback. God, I can't remember. My buddy had one. We used to jump it all the time.
Chevette?
Chevy Chevette.
They
That
had the
was
Chevy
it.
Chevette.
Chevy Chevette, yeah. A Datsun with the
Now we need
502.
Chevy Fish
Hey.
and a Chevy Chevette.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what my very first car ever was that my parents gave me? A Chevy Citation.
Oh, that's it. Not a Chevette. Chevy Citation. Yeah, it had the big back on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
We used to jump that thing. Oh, yeah. Chevy Citation.
That
yeah.
was my first car in high school.
Yeah.
Citation.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, they rock.
what a name. A Citation.
Hey, that was better than a Chevette. The Citation was
Got it.
like 10 times better than a Chevette.
Well, yeah, Chevette's just stupid, but it's just like, it's interesting. Like you try and think about, like the meaning behind the name. So the Ford Mustang is like very obvious, it's like a Mustang horse and stuff, but that's just very interesting. It's like, I'm going to name this car after a traffic ticket. A citation.
Yeah. Chevy Fish says she had an Escort and it conked out on her every time she tried to drive it. After the engine was rebuilt, wow, you could rebuild that. It's like a lawnmower engine. It says it did it again, so I just left it on the street at the stop sign where it died. Never looked back. Hey, and probably someone just picked it up and put it on the curb or on the sidewalk. And some kids just rolled it down the hill like it was a sled or something. We used to mess with kids back when we were in high school because we'd park on the side street and we'd turn there. There'd be like 8 or 10 of us, and we'd bounce the front of the car around and pull the other, drag it on the ground. They were so light. We'd turn the car around and park it the other way. And they'd come out of school to go home, and they'd freak out as how their car was parked backwards.
I lived in a subdivision. All right. So it's got a bunch of individual streets and a very large subdivision. What we would do as kids, now keep in mind this was before the internet. The internet did not exist. So if you wanted to look at a map, you actually had to have a map. And what we would do was go through the neighborhood and twist all the street signs 180 degrees. Or I'm sorry, no, 90 degrees. We just take all the street signs, change them 90 degrees.
So people would never know what street they were actually
yeah, they
on.
didn't freaking have a clue.
That's a good one. I like
It
that.
was great. You'd watch the same people driving around the same block going, God damn it, I'm here.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. The street sign thing now, that's good.
Yeah, all you had to do was wiggle them a little bit and you could rotate them, and we'd rotate them 90 degrees. So if you're supposed to be on a certain street, your street kept changing.
It'd be even funnier if you had it on a button, bing, and it would turn it.
Oh yeah, it'd be way great.
We go around the corner and go, what? I'm what street now? What? That'd be funny. Oh, I think we might have to. What time?
You have no idea how many times I watch the same person freaking running around the same block.
I know that would be pretty funny. That would be funny. Hey,
you got to admit though, man. I tell you what, those striped leporinas are pretty good looking fish, man.
yes, they are.
Oh yeah,
You can just look at them the whole time.
it's nice to see what they look like as adulty-ish fish,
Oh, they're huge, man.
because they still got almost half a foot to go, I believe.
The person I got them from told me they're a year old, 1 year.
Wow, they're
Yeah.
quick growers.
I think they get up to like 18 inches or so.
Yeah, they get pretty big.
Ooh. I was
But they
thinking-
got small mouths, man. They don't. That's the cool
Right.
thing. Out of all the monster fish, they're the ones that don't fuck with anybody.
Yeah. You could probably put them with some bala sharks too, and you'd have a really awesome
Actually, the original owner had them with bala sharks. She kept the bala sharks, but she's like, these things are just growing way too big.
Or
Oh,
what
he-
about
Little does she know the bala sharks are going to get just as big.
Well, no, she had a 6 foot tank for him. So
what about those the trout, the
Hill trout?
the hill trout? Those would look nice with those too.
Oh yeah.
Real
Yeah.
flat with those striped colored fish. Those would look sharp.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, that would look nice.
Yeah, I really like those. So
What
Yep,
gets
great
me
thing.
is they're staying on camera. They've
Yeah.
got another 3 foot of tank that they can use, and they're staying on camera.
see, those are one of those fish that, like, now I'm kind of inspired to make
there
like
they
a.
go. Now they're.
I'm inspired to make like a freshwater shark tank. Like, so, get like a red tail, a rainbow, a black shark, a leporitis. Like, get a couple different fish that have that like shark-like
right
type
body.
look to them, and just see how it goes.
There is a red tail shark in that tank,
Right.
and he's
that's what made me
pissed
think of
right
it,
now
too.
because there's 2 new fish in here, and he's pissed and just hanging out in his cave.
Hey, Terry, Leah said that her ghost knife fish is 2 inches longer than your fish, Terry.
Could be. Very well could
He
be.
says my ghost knife fish is 2 inches longer than your fish, Terry.
I would believe it. Could very well be.
It's not so long after all, is it, Terry?
I'll let you know when I ask your girlfriend.
Shit. Yep, hill trout. Giant Danios, yeah, those are nice. Those would look good in there too. Yep, they look good.
Oh, God damn it. All right. So, anyways, so who did win? So, we got a Ford winner.
Yeah, but I believe he's leaving it up to Leah Jet to choose what vehicle goes on the car.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but she kind of has to
Well,
stick
her-
with the person's.
well, I mean, he's
Still,
got to
what car was
choose.
chosen?
I mean,
Stay
her
tuned
husband
for next
wanted
time.
the Dodge, so we'll see. Pumpkin King says, "Did you know 69 Shelby GT 500 KR was built in Michigan?" No, I did not.
I don't even know what that car is, but
The car that he has pictured? No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not a.
Hey, what was that? What was that? That
It's the Mustang Shelby, the Well, not a Mustang, but looks like a Mustang.
Yeah, no, they don't look like Mustangs at all. They're Shelbys. They're road race cars. They're open wheel cars. They look entirely different than anything Ford ever put out for the mass market.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Did
said,
you
I don't know
see,
anything about cars.
You know who Goldberg is, the wrestler? He's got the Lawman, the Mustang. There was like 2 made or something, and one was crushed,
Gone in 60 seconds.
and there's like one.
No, that's a Eleanor car.
Yeah. It's GT. Yeah,
That was a GT 500.
yeah. The '69 Shelby GT.
Yeah, that was a street car. That wasn't a Ford was doing a lot of like Le Mans racing and stuff at the time, where they had a lot of open wheel cars as well.
Yeah.
But the Eleanor car, that was either really late 69. It was a really late 60s or early 70s car.
Yeah, they just put that kit, all that ground kit on it for the movie.
Right.
Because then after that, then what's his face started making them. That big car detailer guy, Chip Foose, he started making them.
So wait, is Shelby like a certain
Shelby
body
was
type then?
Shelby
that a
was
car?
a guy. He was an engineer.
Okay, so it's his version of the GT
Yes.
500, basically.
Well, it's any Mustang that's a Mustang Shelby. It had Shelby's, his idea.
He was the engineer that said, we can take this car and we can make it better if we make these changes.
So it was Mustang Shelby, or Shelby Mustang,
Yeah.
or whatever. Okay,
No, Mustang.
but this
just
is a
means-
Shelby GT 500, but there's also a Shelby Mustang. And okay, see, the first time I heard Shelby was in a car show that I was randomly watching on TV, and they were showing like Mustangs and then Shelbys and Shelby Mustangs, and to me they all looked the same. But
Yeah, but
I
he
guess
put like higher out.
You don't see what's under the hood.
well, right,
engines,
exactly.
Body types, rear ends, transmissions. Shelby changed everything when it came to when he put his name on the car. It was built the way he wanted it, and then if you're lucky enough, you could get your glove box signed by him. But Pumpkin King says that Eleanor was a '67.
That could be. I know it was a late 60s. I
So
think.
Shelby took the Mustang and beefed it up and got a contract through Ford's to build a few a year.
Okay.
So it was his way. It was a beefed up Mustang.
Well,
with his name.
what happened is Ford would give him a Mustang, and then he'd go, "Yeah, this is all wrong," and he'd fix every freaking thing that was wrong with it, and put a ginormous motor in it, and go, "All right, here we go.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
This is my
Double four.
Mustang."
The only Mustang worth owning.
Yeah, well, for like Terry said, for if you wanted a race car, something that would go way faster than a stock Mustang, like if you ran them on a quarter mile, the Shelby would probably go faster than
the
Listen,
same
if you buy a
identical-
stock
the
Mustang, that's a
same-
girl's car.
The same thing that happened is like Buick had the Skylark, and then they had the Grand Sport. Well, the Grand Sport was made for racing, whereas the Skylark was just the standard base model you could buy.
right.
And if you wanted to spend the extra money to have a big block on there that would pass up anything but a gas station, then you bought the Grand Sport.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, it is 10:31. We got to get off on this end.
I want to know. You know what? You're gonna have to do this big reveal now because we got to know what kind of
Well, it will, but that's going to be
what
on,
kind of car is
Well,
that
that's-
gonna go in?
that's going to be on Pumpkin King and Leah Jet for a later stream to reveal what it's going to be, and we'll get together for that one too.
You'll find out next time. on
You will
Detroit
find out
Shipping
next time.
Aquatics.
The treasure, what the car will be. But all right, I just want to say thank you to everyone in the stream. Say thank you to all my moderators, and say thank you so much to everyone who participated in making tonight's stream happen and making a little cash for Leah so she can design our new shirts, and hopefully everyone will like them when they come out. So thank you so much, Danny and Terry, for joining me tonight on this stream and keeping it alive with me. And I hope everyone has a great night and everyone's safe, and we can get together soon again. So
Okay.
Wow, did he drop off quick?
He just dropped himself off accidentally because he was trying to get the whole thing set up. So until next time, guys, have a great day. Have a great night. We'll see you next time on Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics.